Welcome to this video today. We are going to be talking about two things. The first one is Russell Brunson, what I've actually learned by being able to post these videos every single day for the past month and a half now, I believe. And then I'm going to talk about what is going to be the direction of this channel. So about a month and a half ago, I ended up reading Russell Brunson's Expert Secrets, and I just didn't read it to get through the book, but I read it so that I could actually understand it. And what I discovered is that when I read it in the past, I was just going through and I was always doing the things, do what he said, do what he said, do what he said. But the reason why it wasn't working and why it was frustrating me that it wasn't working, that I now have found out, is the fact that I didn't understand the mindset or the psychology behind it. I wasn't actually looking to learn to understand. I was looking to learn just so I could do. But I decided to make the effort and to take this challenge of actually posting a video every day. And by posting this video every day, I have been able to, what Russell Brunson says, find my voice. And right now, I have the desire to be able to um, earn a lot of money. And I wanted to be wealthy, and I still do want to be wealthy. However, leading to the direction of this channel, what I've discovered is that wealth actually is not money. Wealth is not money. Now, you may be sitting there thinking, well, Matt, if wealth is not money, what is wealth? Well, I just so happen to be listening to Myron Golden, and Myron Golden said that wealth is the ability to create value for someone other than yourself. And I'm just going to say from someone else. So if you are able to create value for someone else, you are already wealthy. So then that actually led me to think, okay, well, if that's what wealth is not money. Well, my next question is, what you are probably thinking is, what is money? And what I've discovered is that money is just a tool. Money is just a tool. And what are tools made for? Tools are made to be used. A hammer, a screwdriver, whatever. And that is what money is. Money is just a tool to be used. Now, you have different ways of money. You have credit, you have debt, you have actual physical money, and you have different ways that money can be used. However, if money is just a tool to be used, what is the training ground for you to be able to learn how to use money? Well, I personally believe that for you to learn how to use money, you need to become financially literate. So you need to understand financial literacy. And that is basically what the direction of this page or what this channel is going to be about, is Engineering Your Wealth, HQ. This is going to be a channel that's going to focus on philosophy, really just sharing my philosophy, things that I once thought about relationships. Once I thought about, or at one point I thought about spirituality. At one point I thought about money and, a lot of different aspects. But then I'm also going to go and start something that I had intuitively wanted to do, or I had thought about doing, and that is actually going and interviewing people to learn more from them. One of the reasons why I wanted to earn a lot of money is because I wanted to be able to spend more time with my family and be able to actually know them, like have an opportunity to get to know them. Because one of the things that I've heard a lot going to funerals is that people say this one phrase, and that is, I wish I had more time to spend with them. And I wanted to be able to have more time to spend with my family and not just know them as auntie or as uncle or as cousin, but to actually know who they are. And that was the reason why I decided that I wanted to earn a lot of money. However, what I discovered is that since being wealthy is not money, I can actually start doing that now, because you become wealthy in your mind. You can become rich in your mind before it ever happens physically. So what I decided to do is I decided to focus on understanding money, understanding financial literacy. I decided to start making sure I understand wealth creation, because at the end of the day, if you want to be able to survive in this world, it requires money. And many people will go and they will try to run away from it and say money isn't everything and all this other stuff. Well, that's fine. You can get off this channel, because we're going to be talking about money. And I believe that the fact that people go and avoid money and they don't put their money in the right places, and they don't understand how to put their money in the right places, that's why they end up in certain situations. So we're going to be talking about finances. We're going to be talking about financial literacy. We're going to be talking about wealth creation and different things that I am personally learning because I'm on this journey. So I'm basically going to be the guy that goes out there and do it and then let you know if it works or if it doesn't work. And that's basically going to be the direction of this channel. This is going to be Engineer Your Wealth HQ. It's going to be great, man. We're going to really be talking about the mindset and the philosophy because I'm not sure if many of you know who he is, but Charlie Kirk actually was killed today. And it really just caused me to think of the fact that like we can literally be here 1 minute and then not the next. We can literally go to work and then not make it home. We can literally go to sleep and not wake up the next day. And there's a lot of information out there that is in people's minds. There's a lot of information out there for the younger generation. And I believe that it's our duty, and when I say our duty, I mean everyone, to be able to pass that information down to the next generation. Why? So they can become better. And really, a lot of what has been getting passed down is not great information. It is not coming from a place of trying to help people be better. It's coming from a place to actually cause them to have low self-esteem, low confidence, and causing them not to be able to think for themselves. And I'm going to be a pillar to help change that. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. That's where the direction of this channel is going to be going. Thank you for all those that have subscribed. We're almost at 100 subscribers. So thank you so much for those that have subscribed. If you have any questions or even if you have a topic that you would like for me to talk about, go ahead and make sure you post it in the comments. I do reply to the comments as fast as I can. Right now, it's a one-man show. One of these days, you can mark my word, one of these days, I'm going to have a nice studio. I'm going to have the lights, and I'm going to have someone else running the background where all I have to do is just show up and speak about what the topic is and share with you or even just interview someone. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video.